Yes, that was my second cup of coffee. It was the second cup of coffee. Anyway, welcome to today's full day of eating. I thought that today I have low calories. I can't even speak. But today is my lowest calories. Today is the lowest my calories have ever been. So when I look back at my previous data, my calories have never been this low. Hence why I'm speaking like this. Also, this is a bad habit. But since prep, I basically kept all of the Nespresso pods. I've nearly filled up the bag. So this was empty at the start of prep. And now I've basically filled up a whole bag. Anyway, we're gonna have our morning coffee and then we're gonna give you an update on some things, and also you have a choice to make as well. So we're going to that. Now the choice is, do we go for purple or pink? I suppose it's like pink, or black for the show. Let me know what you guys think. That is your choice. Yeah, but basically we have 14 days to dial everything in. It's nearly there. We just need to come in a little bit more vasty. Now with men's physique, they don't want us in bodybuilding shape. They don't want us like proper grainy. So we just need to come in just above that, but also I really want to come in somewhat in decent condition. So we kind of have to just play both sides of satisfaction, you know? But anyway, the time is 8:30. We're gonna do some work and then we're basically gonna catch up at 10 o'clock. Sick. I need a Monster. My caffeine tolerance right now is through the roof. Like in the off season, I was probably hitting about 300 meg a day. And that wouldn't really touch me. That would probably be like an espresso and probably a Monster on top of that. Now my caffeine intake is near 600 to 700 milligrams per day. Not where I want it ideally, but it kind of has me feeling somewhat normal because obviously food doesn't do that for me right now. So yeah, hopefully again, I don't mind it short term, but long term, no. And also in the massing phase, you'll tend to find that a lot of caffeine would actually kind of mess around with kind of GI, so your gut. Basically, you'll have the shits for a while, but in a kind of a prep or a fat loss phase, you tend to find that digestion is pretty damn good because you have no food. So yeah, I don't mind rinsing it when I need it, and then getting rid when I don't. When I'm all about efficiency, I'm all about time management. So when I go to a shop, if I can fill up my fuel whilst getting the bits that I need, that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, 2 Monsters, food for today, and fuel, all in one. The time is exactly 10 o'clock, which...
No, it's 10:02.
Alright, it's 10:02. But it's funny because when you're hungry, you never ever miss meals. Like when you're just starting out in prep, then you can be like you can get to like 11, and I normally have a meal at like 1:30, but you can have that at like 2, 3. But when you're kind of hungry, you have to eat. So first meal is, Natalie, what's the first meal? You should know this by now. It's a protein bar. First meal, I forgot to say today's macros is 2,350, 200 protein, I think it's like 50 fat, and the rest of it's from carbohydrates. I'll put the macros on screen anyway, but this is a 200 calorie dent. Whilst I'm eating, actually, it's a great opportunity to now show you what I've been taking in the morning. Now, I haven't been taking this, so basically, if I take vitamin D with caffeine, we do have a little bit of literature suggesting that we can't absorb as much vitamin D. So what I basically do is have my caffeine in the morning and then wait a couple of hours. And this is when I'll take my supplementate for the morning. So we have vitamin D, and it also has vitamin K in it as well. We also have like a multivit, but also have vitamin C. I do like increasing my vitamin C, or increasing my vitamins in general. I also have the krill oil, and that's it, pretty much. And then we have all of that with food. Time for meal number 2, which is dos in Spanish. But we have some chicken, we're just going to season it. I'll show you this in a minute. And then we have some salad with this. If you haven't tried this, you are now going to enter Chef Jack's, Chef Ramsay's kitchen. So essentially with defrosted chicken. And then we're going to season it. It's quite a small breast, but we'll work with it. Okay, so what we're going to do is fry off the chicken. A little bit of seasoning. We're just going to use some paprika and also, or is it paprika? Paprika. And also we are going to have a little bit of salt, and then what we're going to do is basically put some of this goodness inside that, and then we're also going to push some grains in it. And that will be meal number 2. That will also be my pre-workout meal. So yeah. Easy. Again, we don't want a moist bird, so you just push some water in it, put the seasoning on. Stir. And leave that for a bit. And you can sip on your favourite beverage. Maybe not post-workout, but pre-workout. So that has been cooking for around 4 or 5 minutes. I will push in the cauliflower florets. I'm not going to eat all of these, I'm probably going to eat half because I'm going to save half for later. That's about half. And also the grains are in the microwave. And that is how you cook. Now the grains are done, we just pour it in. So for meal number 2, we have the cauliflower, we have chicken, the grains and salad. We're also going to dress this with your boy's favourite, which is Red Hot. And the total calories for that are 509 calories. So 46.4 grams of carbs, 10.3 grams of fat and 50 grams of your boy's protein. Simple, very simple, easy to digest, full of macros, lots of kind of vitamins and minerals, and high in protein. It's how I like to structure my pre-workout meal. I forgot my food. We've just eaten that meal. And now I'm going to go to the gym. It's about a kind of half an hour to 45-minute drive. In an off season, I would have like a bigger meal, so I'd allow more time to digest. And just right now, doesn't really take that long at all. So I'm ready to go basically now. By the time I get there, I'm all good. So what we're going to do is basically take this with us. Just have that when we get to the gym, and also because we've had the Monster, I don't necessarily need a pre-workout, so I'm going to use that as a pre-workout, and I'm also just going to dry scoop some creatine with it, and then yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'll probably see you at the gym. I have to talk quickly because otherwise we're going to get copyrighted by that music, but yeah, welcome to the workout.
Look, I'm about my pledge. I'm decked up on blue bills, and I won't stop until the cash pit look like fall leaves in a backfield. Tell her out of my face if she coming with that bull. Quit to save my peace, I'm so after school special. She brainy, but them jeans looking like paint. I gotta bless her. Niggas talk a whole lot, knowing damn well they really can't press us. I notated on leaflet. I'm really up a few levels with it, like way out the way from them. Can't see me, you can't meddle with us. E&J in my Earl Grey hood brunched up with the cheese eggs and a dumb face, no stunner shade still turned up. Been had it poppin' in broad day, that's Avi. Flower child from the sun rays, but I run fade, got 'em punch drunk. My Providence, they don't love us, they rather treat us like an animal.
So if you watched the last vlog, you would have seen that I won the raffle for like them, but they're white. Now you win the raffle, but you don't know which ones you win, so there's 50 of them. So essentially, right now, I don't know which ones are the 50 that I've got, which is quite a dilemma, isn't it? Because so some of them are worth like £2,000, and some of them are worth like £200. Now, if it's worth £200, these are going straight on my feet, and then we're just gonna walk around in them, aren't we, Natalie?
Maybe.
Yes, but if they're like 2,000, I might contemplate selling them. Yeah. So we'll see. Right. So they're the box. They all come in this box as well. I'll keep that box because if we sell it, then you can just put it in that box. Okay. So we're potentially looking at like, number 1 is like the most valuable one, and number 50 is a valuable one. In between there, they're kind of like to and fro. They're not actually that bad. I don't necessarily like the pink, but they're 24 or 50. Now let's see. Okay, so they're like 240 quid. So not that much at all. I don't even know if I like them though, because they're the only ones that potentially don't go with my eyes. What do you think? Keep? No.
No.
You don't like them?
No.
I don't think I do.
I don't like the fact that they've got yellow with pink.
Yeah, and then they got the purple thing.
There's too many colours.
There is a little bit too many colours. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure they go with my eyes. I thought, I didn't really think that much, to be honest. It kind of inhibits my calories. Takes up calories. Anyway, I thought I would run through what I'm going to do for peak week, because I realised by the time this vlog goes out, I'll actually be mid peak week. So I said that I'm going to give you a basic understanding of what we're doing. Now you have different ways to peak with this week. Essentially what peak week is and what people think it is two completely different things. People think that it's going to be like, it's going to turn you from this to absolutely epic. The reality is, if you're not lean, it's not going to do anything. And even if it does something, it's not going to change your physique that much. Essentially, it's going to give you that like 1 or 2% difference. So we have like a rapid backload, we have front loading, we mid mid loading. We've got this kind of newish one, which is fat loading, which is essentially like the rapid backload. And what they basically are exactly what they say on the tin, right? So a mid load would be loading carbohydrates midweek. Kind of rapid backloading will be rapidly backloading carbohydrates kind of at the end of the week, and front loading it's kind of a really safe option, would be loading carbohydrates at the start of the week and then just assessing your physique as you go on. Now, because of the data that we have at hand, as in the collective data, I tend to look pretty damn decent around 2 or 3 days after my refeeds, because we've had consistent refeeds throughout the whole of prep. It just makes a lot of sense doing the mid-load. So basically what we're going to do is just have normal diet calories for 1 or 2 days. We're going to have like a 1 or 2 days refeed, just basically assess the look kind of on a Thursday or Friday, and then basically just either go to normal calories, so normal diet calories, or maybe push up carbohydrates if I'm not kind of fully filled out. Now on a Saturday night, we basically wanna. You done, compadre?
I'm trying to cook dinner.
Trying to cook dinner. On Saturday night, I basically want to look a little bit spilled. So in the morning, I am pretty much ready to go. On the morning of show day, I'm just gonna eat my normal calories as is. So yeah, that's essentially what we're doing. Obviously, it might not pan out like that. It could pan out very differently, but it kind of gives you a basic understanding of where our head's at in terms of peak week, and kind of the different ways we can peak. We also can play around with like sodium and potassium, and we can also play around with water, but we're not doing that. We're just gonna keep water very much the same throughout the whole process. Normally around kind of 3 or 4 liters is about what I normally have. So yeah, we're not gonna change that. So yeah, that is peaking protocols. Anyway, we are in for meal 3, aren't we, Natalie? We're having 2 separate meals. Natalie is having risotto. My calories are quite low. I could have fit it in like last week, but because my calories are quite low, I'm actually gonna eat by myself, which is quite sad, isn't it?
Yes.
Because this is the meal that we eat together. We've ate together the whole way throughout prep. It's basically panned out the last 2 weeks. I'm probably not gonna be able to do that, which is sad.
Sometimes.
But post prep, we are pizza. Okay, yeah, pizza. Yeah.
And barbecues and halloumi.
Barbecues. The weather is shit right now, so we're done. Summer's done. Go get your pumpkin spice lattes out. Post-workout, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hex sausages. We have the grains, we have the salad, and we also have the rest of the turmeric cauliflower. I'll put the macros on screen, but that's essentially the meal. I didn't film any making it. I didn't film making it because I was too busy talking about peak week. Anyway, and Nat the wife made it for me, which is very kind. Any brownie points? No brownie points today, no?
I get the brownie points for making the dinner.
Yeah, but I get the brownie points for giving you a compliment.
Right.
See you on meal number 4. Now we just put the Greek yogurt in here. We've also put the ghost protein in here, and then we're just going to mix it around now. A simple trick is get a big bowl, because if you get a small bowl, then what it's going to do is just basically piss powder everywhere. So if you get the bigger bowl, you can just gradually mix it in, and it does mix in, just give it a while. Oh, a while? Yeah, you can give it a while. Right, so once it gets to kind of this consistency, you can then hand away. But things like Greek yogurt, especially at the back end of a kind of a fat loss phase, are good. They make you more satiated in shiz. And that will conclude today's calories. Now, I do believe this is the last day of kind of digging. We're gonna kind of wake up tomorrow morning and then just assess the look. We could potentially be refeeding tomorrow, but we'll see. But this has pretty much been a staple kind of day in the life. If you look back at the kind of previous full days of eating, you may have noticed like slight variance in food volume, but essentially this is pretty much how I've structured my day throughout the whole of prep. And again, I thought I would have had to got rid of the Cocoa Pops, but like hunger hasn't been that bad. And I'm just a stubborn bastard and just like eating Cocoa Pops and just proving that you can get shredded whilst eating this. So we are in peak week by the time this is out. Hope you're well. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.